And we have our little conspiracy theorist here. Hip, 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 hip. Yeah, the main menu music is really chill. I was making a good beat out of it. It was just much louder than this. What is it called? A central hub. We are back with Psychopomp. Have you brought your conspiracies and conspiracy theories with you? Hmm? Yeah, I remembered. I remember all. I see all. That's what happens when you become lucid. We previously completed the sewer treatment center. We killed a kawaii queen? Now we're going to a children's hospital, where I'm sure nothing bad will happen. Gameplay tip. Look for false walls. Secrets are everywhere. Real world tip. There's at least one biocomputer mainframe stored in every public government building. You've told us this already. Oh, you've come prepared with your conspiracies? Lay 'em on me. I remembered. Ooh. Bad juju. Oof. 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 Preemptive hammer. Oh dear, there are ghosts of dead children. Children's hospitals have the same smell to them. It's a clean smell that somehow makes you want to vomit, like a mixture of bleach and Elmer's glue. I love it. You know, if someone described each of us, they would say that we were the same, but it's one of those optical illusion things where we compare each other and then we're so far removed. You have sharper features. Doctors will always smile at you when they say they cannot help you. Oh boy. My last statement. Give them the copay and die more as they tell you that you aren't full of cancer. Aren't full of incurable illnesses. Wait. I'm trying to what did you just ramble on? Give them the copay. Okay, so definitely a Western. Well, I'm sure there's some Western. Yeah, there's Western countries that have universal healthcare. And die more as they tell you that you aren't full of cancer, aren't full of incurable illnesses. Yeah. Either that or they're like, oh yeah, you do have this, but yeah. I think I just described that last time. Let's see. There are no real trees. Conspiracy? You're only sick once. Is that what it says? Oh, if only that were true. And are we just talking about physical sickness? Oy. Computer. Die. Hospitals feel like the safest place to me, even though I know they aren't. They're the least safe place. A place that will swallow you whole and give you a disease. A place that will cut you open and make others feel good about it. Yep, your body's a paycheck. Isn't that fun? And through it all, the elevator is there. I can smell it, the smell of rust and petrol breaking through the clean hospital smell. The door's wide open, waiting for me to enter. Yeah, you said it feels very US coded, so United States. Because even on the hub, when it was talking about the schools, it did have what appeared to be an American flag. So it's not just you. But oddly enough, there's... I don't know what it is about it. It's giving me slight... like, a little bit of Russia. Just in terms of how it feels. It might be her hat. Which I'm sure blocks all the government codes. Oh, that's so cool. Music's so cool. So there are no real trees. As in all of them are just satellites? As in all of them are just... Or, oh, are they made of people? Because I have heard about the birds are not real. Oh, game lag. Birds not being real. Bad, good, bad, bad, good, good. Good, bad, 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 good. Ooh, are we still in the hospital? I think you're chill. Who are you? The Eternal Nurse. Welcome to the lower wing. Here we help to preserve the most important individuals of humankind, both in honor of their contributions and as a sign for the rest of humanity to follow. Yeah, you think it gives off communist Russia vibes? I think because of how industrial and worn down it is. Not to say that all of Russia's like that. What is this? Hello? Plato is before you. He quivers and shakes in a perverse way. I was right about everything in my life except for the cave. I was totally off the mark with that. No matter. There is no better sound than the sound of children, the touch of children, the smell of children. Socrates agrees with me, so you know it's good and right. Yep, there's the dogma. Poke. You get no pleasure from touching Plato. Not this Plato. Yeah. No. Wear a condom. Also, I believe I forgot to look at you, Eternal Nurse. The nurse looks at you through an eyeless void. You just know she's thinking about meat. What kind of meat? My meat? Or my meat? Poke. The nurse feels dry and warm to the touch. She really cares about you. Is that like sarcasm or... You say that the trees not being real conspiracy is the idea is that real trees were all giant and were cut down by something a long time ago. What we now know as plateaus are actually the stumps of chopped down trees, and everything we know as a tree now is just a sapling, what they're supposed to become. Ooh, I would like trees to be much bigger. Are you Socrates? Yes, Alexander. Alexander the Great is before you. He quivers and slops in a violent way. There's nothing greater in this world than the feeling of battle. To conquer and to be conquered. To feel that warm slick on your hand. Wouldn't you agree? I would do anything to feel another man's blood again. Anything? You get no pleasure from touching Alexander the Great. Honestly, a lot less concerning than the children room. Shift, 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 shift. And what bastardization are you? Cleopatra is before you. She moves and shakes in an ambitious, dangerous way. There's nothing better in life than having people think you're helping them. Popularity is absolutely key when moving forward. If you play your cards right, anything seems necessary. A massacre, a young girl with a slit throat, the disillusion of a people, a crushed slave revolt. They'll do it all for you, if you know how. True? In certain circumstances? But that's the mistake, is that a lot of people who are in leaderships or power positions tend to underestimate others, especially who follow them. Ooh, secret, secret. Yes, bring up conspiracies. We are totally serious about them. We're totally serious and we're totally serious. Were there any secrets? Don't think I'm wanting to visit. Ooh, secret. If you only turn a certain way. Hello. The nurse wears a key card around her neck. As a thanks for their contributions to society, our patients are surrounded by their most favorite things in life. They'll never get bored, and they'll never be unhappy. Oh, that's what these guys are, patients. The nurse feels very dry and warm to the touch. She's very proud of her special key card. I'm not going to harm you yet, unless absolutely necessary. But I feel like I might need that key card. Oh, wait. Oh, yeah, there's other ways. There's other P's. Yes. No voices of mine shall use self-degradation. Unless it's in a joking way where you're actually not being serious. I hear whispers. And yes, I did see anything. That's a nurse. That's a what the fuck. Are you a trap in the wall? Okay. Ooh, this looks so cool. This looks so cool. Ooh. You looking at the view? Hello. Friend? Friend? I have an eyeball too. I have two eyeballs. Eyeballs. Bye, eyeballs. Connecting. The nurse looks off in a daze, thinking of the wonderful heavenly bodies. Beautiful night, isn't it? It makes me feel a lot better to know that when I look at the moon, someone is looking back. The man on the moon? The nurse's warm interior is covered by a cold exterior. It protects her. In that line of work, yep. Yes, if you talk about yourself negatively, even in jest, you manifest it. Again, occasional jokes are okay. Yeah, it makes you sure you stay humble. But there's a lot of things that stick to your subconscious. That's why you should be very aware of the content you consume. Because even though you think, oh, it's just one video, it's just one thingamadoo. No, they'll catch up. Is this a doctor? Oh, they're getting stronger. Do I have... Was that a roach on the floor? Yeah, if you don't like conspiracies, that's okay. I mean, no one likes conspiracies. The reason there's conspiracies is because most likely it's a bad thing that's happening. Hello, nurse. Are you proud of your keycard? The nurse has a keycard around her neck. You think about choking her with it. Each and every one of these small rooms houses an important figure. Once the patient has grown enough, they'll be moved to their own main room up above. She feels like a smile and touches like a day. Yes, but is it genuine? Is it genuine? That's the important part. Was there anything else over here? I don't want to murder. I don't want to murder. No, dear. Shung. I hear something more. I hear voices. I hear gurgle. Wait. Okay, the room is back this way. So that's one odd section. I already killed the doctor. Oh, so meanwhile another voice says that they love a good conspiracy. The stranger, the better. You've got the classics, like aliens building the pyramids, the slew of 9/11-based conspiracies, the Illuminati, and subterranean lizard people ruling the world in secret. I've got one for you. Oof, oof, deep, down, dark. But mine, here, secret wall. So, you know how there are some really, really weird rich people? They talk about, you know, oh, people need to give birth to more babies. We need to, the world population's going down, even though statistics say it's going up. And healthcare is better than ever, so people are living longer and all that. But they're very adamant on people having more children. And have you stopped to think about why that is, besides just creating more slaves to work underneath them? So I'm going to read that in a second, but think about it for a second. All right, time's up. So the reason they want you to have more children is so you're less likely to fight back. Because you have something to fear losing or fear, hurting in the process. Funny, isn't it? I know the law. Oh no, I am becoming her. But so essentially that educated people who don't have children, I'm just walking for a second. If they see corruption and stuff, they'll want to stop it. Unless they're too scared about hurting someone else in the process. Especially someone that they care about. So if people who never wanted to have children were forced to have children, and then they feel obligated to take care of them, then they can't go, oh, I can't start this uprising against this tyrannical force because then I can't provide for the child, or I risk hurting the child and their future in the process. Things like that. Reading this note now. Recently uncovered texts reference two enigmatic figures. Shivanish Vishniri, Queen of Venus, and Krishna Colvin, King of Mercury. Several ancient textiles depict these beings creating the heavenly bodies and weaving the universe. Their names seemingly refer to two fictitious planets, Venus and Mercury respectively, which they held dominion over. It is thought that these figures act as a subject of worship. However, the descriptions and depictions within the textiles match no known religions or cultures. Figure A. Symbols of the aforementioned deities. Note the upright cross, possibly denoting a connection to Christianity. So, Venus and Mercury don't exist in this universe. Or we just completely ignore their existence. Yes, so children are always a tool to stop the powers from rising up, or the powerless from rising up. Yes. Because of course some people are like, oh, you just hate children. No, I hate them for different reasons, especially when they're brats and assholes. But whenever people are forced to have children because of some reason that is not out of pure love, then of course I'm going to be against it. Hello, is there a trap here? Who are you? The nurse wears a plastic key card around her neck. What a time to be alive. Ah, it's really great to get outside every once in a while. Make sure you're going outside. If you're not doing that, you're practically killing yourself. I agree with most of that. most of that statement? And just a little extreme. The nurse moves in a shaky, outdoorsy way. She's getting the vapors. Is that a she? No? No special tree? No special tree? No? Ooh. Ooh. Wait. What's over here? Oh no. Oh no. Where's this? That's not where. Oh no. Please tell me this is connected. Let's see. You say that those kids are growing up in an environment where they just weren't wanted, and no one wants to live as an obligation. Exactly. Mm-hmm. And also, there's a lot of people who do have children who are clear that they should never have had them. They do it for tax breaks. They do it to tie someone down to them, to another. They do it with the idea that, oh, my child's going to be awesome. They're going to be the best. They're going to be whatever I think that they're going to be. And then once that child isn't what they want them to be, like a lawyer or a doctor or whatever, then there. Whoop, I forgot these. I'm amazing. Then they aren't proud of them. Or even worse is that they shame them for the content of their character that they can't control. Not just their passions, but who they are. For example, parents who think that, oh, I'm so full of love, but then if their child is born with a disability, and then they treat them as an inconvenience, something to roll their eyes at. Or if their child turns out to be queer, and then what they assume that their child would grow up to be like is a quote-unquote disappointment. It's a cochlea, an important part of the human ear. I used to be a number cruncher for a big corporation, and it was so boring and awful, a boring businessman. Then I got extensive surgery to be a free-floating cochlea, and I've never been happier. How do you pronounce that? The cochlea feels sensitive and receptive to sound. I'd hope so. You say, oof. A segue into vaccines cause autism. Oh dear. That's a whole other... That's definitely a thing that humans have thought about. Ooh, this is a maze. It's amazing. No, Gerald. It's just a maze. Oh! Look, it's a human brain. No. Is it No, it is not brain. Wait! Secret nurse. Hello, sir. How art? The nurse is ready for hard work in R&D in the coming future. Oh, that almost sounded like they said perfection. Perfection. Now that's hard. We've got to strive for it all. Oh, we've got to strive for it, though, after all. Perfect patients need perfect parasites. Oof. Oh, dear. Oh, dear. Oh. Touch. The nurse feels dry and cracked. Oh, are you a perfect parasite? Secret nurses. The nurse looks very proud of new discoveries in mental health. Oh. It's hard to turn a human into a parasite. Depending on which human. Most would never want to be a parasite. That's why her brain is filled with dopamine 24/7 to keep her chugging. And it works. Media! The nurse feels happy to be alive. Well, good for them. The nurse looks excited. The future is full of opportunities. Study of neoparasitics is very important to us. Parasites are some of the most efficient creatures on the planet. This new parasite was developed from the body of a young teacher in Berlin. We have very high hopes for her. The nurse feels dry and crap. Moisturize. Hello? Are you pumped full of dopamine? Ooh. The tick squirms and burbles between the faces of the wall, happy to be surrounded so snugly. The tick is simply too happy to respond in any meaningful way, so it just gurgles in delight instead. You can't reach the tick to touch it, but you have a feeling it might grab you if you try. That's what I figured too. Lots of already... Lots of exploring. Not much in terms of me interacting besides kill. Friend, foe, foe friend? No, you're the ear. So this is a circular square path? Am I gonna have to... Because I burst it down the wall. Nothing else was over here. Do I have to kill the tick? Is the end of each level just killing the giant bulbous beings? Was there anything I missed at the start? So I went up the elevator. Nothing here. But what? But what? Where could I possibly go? There's not a menu to show me my next objective or anything, so I got to use my brain. Unless I'm stuck here forever. Last time. I can't look up. I might... Wait. Can I get rid of the patients? No. But what about the secret nurses? But now I'm also terrified that the other nurses are going to come after me. No. Yes, your patients are good. There's where's a key card. Oh dear. Yep. Literally my only choice. You saw that, right? Plastic key card. But where do I use the key card? You moved. Wait, did you? No. Whew. My sense of direction has changed. So I believe there's one keycard nurse in each section, which I've already encountered. But I was too merciful. You know, common decency. Wait, did I go this way before? Yes, that's where the cochlea was. Let's get a little Healy juice. Nice. So each of these syringes is 3 healing points. Good to know. Are you a keycard nurse? Hello. What a time to be alive. Oh, the irony. So I should have 2. Yep. Can I move? I can move them. Hooray. I'm all organized. But my consciousness weighs heavy. They're trying to drive me to madness. It's because I don't believe the earth is flat yet. What do you mean yet? And I think... Wait. Was there something else? Or is that just a wall? Yeah, that was just the wall. Can I use... Oh! I use the key cards on those! Oh, noes! Oh, noes. Oh, noes. Was there text on this wall? No. You, children. The nurse looks at you through an eyeless void. She's trickling in a most vile way. You must understand, nutrients and meat are siphoned from hospital patients from around the world to keep our VIP guests alive. It might seem brutal, but I bet you never even noticed it until now. Yeah, I can sense that underlying tone. What you're insinuating? The nurse touches and feels in a way that tells you she really understands the big picture when it comes to healthcare. What? Yep. Why can't I just ask? The Kiki. A lever for the Kiki? Am I going to unleash the beast? Watch. Uh-oh. It's no longer gyrating. Did I do a good or a bad? No comment? Maybe the scythe arms are dead. That'd be nice. Got you. If they succeed in driving me to madness, I might start to believe it. I think a part of it is a sense of belonging. Because it gives you a sense of divine purpose. I'm gonna get hit. Phew. Oh, key card. Oh, this is gyrating as well. The nurse looks at you through an eyeless void. You feel a plump kind of love coming from her. We've nourished our patients so well. Look how plump and happy their bodies have become. I'm so proud of them. Is it a healthy plump or a not healthy plump? The nurse's dry surface is covered in a layer of wetness. Let's, no longer feed the machine, shall we? Does it need to scream? Does it scream to need? I've always wanted to scream. Never had the opportunity to do so. Was there a nurse down here? I cannot remember. The same reason that cult leaders and authoritarian rulers are so successful. They make you feel like a part of something. Yeah, as if you're the underdog rebel that's misunderstood. Neither of you had key cards, correct? Oh, I guess we're feeding or fixing that thing with the meats? Oh, but yeah, it's obviously the biggest thing is just psychology and preying on weak people who don't know how to focus on their own inner healing and critical thinking. And for those who know me, I am so big on critical thinking. Question everyone, including me. Please. Don't just listen to someone you like and go, oh, well, they said it. It must be true and factual. I think there were 3 nurses with key cards. Let's see, all the way back down this way now. I think this one had the moon. Pretty moon. It's nice to know you're never alone when the moon is always watching. Hello. Boop. Yep. Take mine. Yes, question everyone, including yourself, too. Because sometimes people will delusion you so much that you won't even know what reality could be anymore. You hear the growls and gurgles, right? I think it's the arms, but it sounds like it's in the walls. Oh, there's claps. There's an audience in here. The a quote. The surest way to corrupt a youth is to instruct them to hold in higher regard those who believe the same than those who believe different. Friedrich Nietzsche. Nietzsche? Nietzsche? English is fun. Yeah. But I do have a 3rd key card. And from what I've learned from playing games is that 3 is the magic number. Pig meats. Oh, are the applause also symbolic? The game's heavy, man. Anything else to say about things? So I doth believe we head back to the tick. Oh, I was going to say that, yes, question everything. There it is! But wait, so that's the end, but then was the tick just unrelated? You got an egg of the earth. Oh, so there's more than one. Are we gonna throw this into the void too? I don't like the litter. Keep it out of my property. Where's your water? Get up and stretch. You have blood. Lots of it. It needs to flow through your body. Yeah, she has much sharper features than I do. Mine are softer. And my jaw's stronger. Let's see. So, I'm not seeing any of those. What were they? The whatever planes. Those might be random. And of course, if I'd known beforehand, I would have obviously went through them. Hopefully they come back again. But now, we're gonna go and take a quick break. Gonna break this down. And when I come back, we're gonna visit the public school because I know you'll be excited about that.